Good evening, I'm Daniel Sparkman in for Claire Huddleston tonight. Thank you for joining us. At a memorial service tonight, the beloved band director and mentor to many students at Bryant High School was remembered. WVUA's Sarah Chovnick was at the memorial and has more.
This past weekend, Bryant High School lost one of their own, band director Atemi Imonina, to heart complications. Tonight, they remembered his life.
He pushed you to be better, extraordinary. He didn't think you just should be an ordinary person. He believed that everyone had a gift and a talent, and they should use it. And so he brought out your gift and he brought out your talent.
Students, friends, and family gathered in the Bryant High School auditorium and shared stories, sang songs, and prayed for the life of their lost loved one. Students say they will never forget someone who taught them so much.
He was a very strong person. He was a nice person. He was a funny person. And he taught us a lot of lessons that we can take through to adulthood.
Take pride in everything that you do. That's one of the things that he stressed to us all the time. Everything you do, give 110% and it'll pay off in the long run.
Anthony Little, a longtime friend and assistant to Imonina, says he lived by the words he taught the students.
Really took time out to talk to them and mentor them and, about high school, but beyond high school. He wanted to make sure that they all had a plan, they all knew what they were going to do. He would bring them in his office and just pretty much advise them on life issues as well as musical issues.
Little believes that getting back onto the field will be bittersweet for the band.
They are going to be happy to get back on the field because it'll offer them, that type of distraction, to just get back into what they do, that sense of normalcy. At the same time, they're used to having him there with them in the press box taping and coming right down after the halftime show and speaking to them and clapping for them and just being there for them. So I know that they're really going to miss that.
Reporting in Tuscaloosa, Sarah Chovnick, WVUA News.
Imonina's funeral will be held at Cornerstone Baptist Church tomorrow at 11 a.m. His classmates have established a fund to help his family. Donations can be made at any Wells Fargo branches. A year after BP's Gulf oil spill, BP announces that it has new standards for oil drilling to show their commitment to safety. BP sent a letter to United States regulators saying the company's new standards exceed existing federal requirements. BP's new standards will include testing of blowout preventers and lab tests for the cement used in making the well casings. BP will also update its response plan that includes new information on how to manage open water oil spills. Tonight on your home team Crime Watch, shooting suspect Billy Ray White has put in his request to the judge to appoint him a lawyer. White is being held in jail for allegedly shooting at a neighbor on Wednesday in the Woodland Heights area of Tuscaloosa. Today, White met with a magistrate to file paperwork in the first steps towards his court date. Sources at the courthouse say White will know if he is appointed a lawyer by the middle of next week. In addition to attempted murder, White is being held charged with reckless endangerment and shooting into a building. His bond is $66,000. 7 Tuscaloosa men were arrested for violating the Sex Offender Notification Act. These arrests are a combined effort of the Alabama Bureau of Investigation, the U.S. Marshals Service, and the Tuscaloosa Police Department. On July 1st, a new law went into effect that requires sex offenders to register every 3 months. According to police, officials were verifying compliance of registered sex offenders in the city and found there were some in violation of the new sex offender law. The old law only required registration twice a year. A life-changing journey is still not over for one West Alabama family as they prepare for a big trip so their child can have a major surgery. Brady Arnold is completely blind due to optic nerve hypoplasia, which is supposed to be an irreversible condition, but new stem cell research in China could change all that. Brady and his family plan to make the trip to China in September, but they need your help. A motorcycle ride is being held for Brady and his journey. The fundraiser is tomorrow at 11 a.m. The ride starts at 4th and 23rd at Timerson Square and ends at Robertson's Barbecue. For more information about Brady's condition and his journey, log on to our website, WVUATV.com, and click on numbers and links. With a first look at Alabama's home team forecast, here's Chief Meteorologist Richard Scott. Richard?
Hey Daniel, many of us got a good rain out there today. Showers and storms moving from east to west, kind of backwards how it usually is. Usually our weather comes from the west. Today, that's different due to an upper level low to our south and east, and the flow around that is bringing the showers in from the east today. And notice most of the rain is gone. In fact, most of it has diminished across our state. I still think we will see some rain overnight. Light rain showers still happening over parts of Tuscaloosa down towards Shelton and Taylorville. That one's also moving off towards the west-southwest at about 10 to 15 miles per hour. All the thunderstorms will diminish tonight, but I still think we see a few storms lingering around tonight. Maybe some redevelopment happening after midnight. 60% chance of rain on Saturday, 50% on Sunday. Good chance of showers and storms. Not going to rain all day over the weekend, but it will rain at times. Your forecast with the 7-day planner is coming up in Maine weather. Stay with us for that.
Thanks, Richard. When tragedy struck Tuscaloosa on April 27th, some people bravely stepped in to help the survivors and honor the victims. Many have been called heroes. And tonight, some of them were recognized. Here's a live look at the zone at Bryant-Denny Stadium. A tornado benefit called Heroes in the Storm is just wrapping up there. The event was held to honor local people who served during and after the storm. All proceeds will benefit temporary emergency services in Tuscaloosa. Our own Richard Scott was invited there tonight as a special guest. The event featured a celebrity lineup, including the comedian who calls himself the funniest man in America, his name James Gregory, and many other celebrities. For those who lost everything from the April 27th tornado, replacing all your belongings is very expensive. So one woman's clothing store set up shop in Tuscaloosa to help out local women. Chico's brought 4,000 pieces of clothing from Florida and donated them to women around Tuscaloosa, each person receiving 2 outfits. Organizers of the event said it's been a positive experience for everyone.
They're so excited, very excited. Everything's just been so upbeat and everybody just having a wonderful time. It's been very joyful and having one fun and just getting to meet everybody.
People from across the nation continue to reach out to the Tuscaloosa community. One man parking his motorhome on the Central Church of Christ parking lot on April 28th and has been cooking up hot meals ever since. WVUA reporter Candace Murphy introduces you to a man with a mission.
Mike Bumgartner rolled into Tuscaloosa with one thing on his heart: feeding those in need.
Right now we're just shy of 42,000 since the 28th of April. And it started out, we were doing between 2,000 and 3,000 a day, and then now we're down to between 100 and 200. We do mostly a sandwich type meal, basically because we use it for 2 different things. We use it to take it out to our volunteers that are working to help clean up, but we also take the meals door to door to the people in the community.
In most motorhomes, this area serves as the bedroom, but Mr. Bumgartner has transformed it into a kitchen, equipped with 4 convection ovens and a refrigerator where he can serve up to 3,000 meals per day. Bumgartner says he is impressed with the community's willingness to help.
It's kind of unbelievable that the church that has the building has been blown down is the place where all the volunteer effort is being handled from.
Burl Thorne is an elder of the Central Church of Christ. He has been on-site volunteering nearly every day since April 28th.
It's hard work, tired and dusty and grummy when you go home, but the next morning, what's the first thing you want to do? Go back.
In the months Bumgartner has been here, he says he has seen the landscape change.
There was nothing on that tree, even the bark was gone. This one tree that survived the storm has come back to life.
Bumgartner says this is a sign things are beginning to heal. Reporting in Tuscaloosa, Candace Murphy, WVUA News.
Bumgartner's mission is funded through donations. His efforts stretch across the country, helping people after disasters. If you would like to donate to the Disaster Assistance Fund, you can go to our website, WVUATV.com, and click on numbers and links. Now, time is running out to apply for financial assistance from FEMA and the Small Business Administration. Monday is the last day for people to apply. Governor Robert Bentley requested the original deadline of June 27th to be pushed back, and FEMA is urging storm survivors to return their Small Business Administration disaster loan applications. Officials say disaster survivors are not obligated to accept a loan if one is offered.